About is either a winner or a loser, and the team you pick first will determine to me whether you are an optimist or a pessimist in life. Whether you thrive on negativity and you're a hater, or whether you want to bring sunshine and positivity to the world.
All right. Let me go to the dark side.
I knew it. Typical nerd guy.
What did you think of this extension for Sabonis?
You're going to criticize Domantas Sabonis' extension after the guy played the whole season with a broken thumb, got stomped on in the playoffs for a team that hadn't been to the playoffs in eons. I gotta look up the numbers. I gotta see. Do we know exactly what the numbers are yet?
It's 192 million in new money. Now Sacramento can do this a couple different ways. They're not they're going to add something, at least 8 million to his number this year, somewhere between 8 million and all their cap room. And I presume it depends on what else they do with their cap room. And then basically on top of that, on top of the 8 million, he's getting a 4-year max. So that some of that 4-year max may end up in this season, depending on how they structure the money. But to me, it's like,
so it's almost going to be 50 a year for the subsequent 4 years.
Yes, exactly. So it's like, you could have just given him the 4-year max a year from now, and I don't think anyone else was going to fight you on it. And even if somebody had come in, you still had that 5th year in your back pocket where you do a partial 5th year or whatever, and then you win that way.
So what you're saying is, you as the Kings, you don't think you should have been that worried about, we traded Tyrese Halliburton for you and you're a flight risk in free agency. You wouldn't have been too worried about that.
I guess I didn't see him as a huge flight risk based on the position they're in, and based on Sabonis being not just a center, but sort of a peculiar kind of center that you really have to make him the focal point of your team if you bring him in. And so he doesn't fit everywhere. He doesn't fit in a lot of places, especially if you look at like good teams right now, they're already built around other players. And so it's very hard for him to just like fit in as like a max free agent someplace. And then the other thing is, man, I just don't think they needed to go this far on the renegotiate and extend to where like you're already committed to the 4-year max next. Like what is your win by doing this now? Usually it's a back and forth. Like, okay, we'll take care of you right now, but the way we're going to take care of you is we're going to give you an extra bag this year, and then you're going to give us something back in these out years.
Miles Turner.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I'm not saying he's going to get the 40% pay cut next year that Turner got, right? Like that. It's not going to be anything like that, but give us a little something here, right? So I didn't really understand that. And then, and they gave up. They basically gave up their 1st round pick to do this. So I have questions there.